listening to the Doncast.
Hello.
Myself and Jacob Snyder on the line.
A really depressing way to open.
Call it a whopper.
Call it a whopper. Double hard stop.
Oh, it just goes on and on. It's a very, very slow song.
Isn't that a line in there? Double heart stopper?
Yeah. It's a 7-minute track that we did. I don't know when. Do you?
No, but it was in this like time period of your favorite songs and all that nonsense.
Right. This is the Doncast episode, what, 14? 15?
1,000?
15,000.
1,500?
We're talking about mile 1,700. We're talking about our history of music. And, there's a video to Call It a Whopper, Don Lone's
Yeah,
song.
that's actually a really good video.
There's a dog with a Whopper. There's Larry King as the king, the Burger King.
It's that same picture of that hamburger that keeps coming up. I love that.
The bass do the McDonald's theme.
Notice you only heard that one little time. That'll come back to haunt you.
Do. We're very into playing that.
I think we thought it was funny that we were writing a song about a Whopper and then trying to utilize the McDonald's theme song.
Yeah.
We got really into that. That was probably like a week of my life.
I remember that very vividly. Why is this song 7 minutes long?
Why isn't 8 minutes long?
What are we saying now? Listen to that.
Probably been trimmed down.
It's so solid. It's like Tweezer reprise. We're only at minute 4. It's ridiculous. It keeps going.
Incredible, man. I don't know why this is so important.
I know. Exactly. That's my question. Like, why was this so important?
Yeah, we decided to include it on this album. We should talk about, why we're here.
Well, I don't think this ever got included on anything.
I thought it's not on the record.
Do you hear that Fluff's Travels type drums?
Oh, yeah.
Listen to this. How did I know it was going to be those chords?
Send those right along.
And a bunch more screaming. No, I don't think this ever got on an album.
Funny.
It stands alone. Yeah, because we didn't know what to do with it.
Amazing that it never made it to a record.
And it was a product from like we were doing all these covers and we did a Steely Dan album and
yeah, but if we had made this 1 minute long, it would have been perfect.
For what? I'm not sure.
More than 1 minute is not.
Oh, is that what you call the end? There's another half minute here of. Yeah, there is. You fear it. You don't.
I'm glad we're taking all this time to do the Whopper song.
2010.
It was good.
10 years ago. What are we saying? It sounds like a slowdown moment, even. Ooh.
Good.
That's anything could have happened. Anything. You get.
That's incredible.
That was actually pretty cool. I really like that ending, whatever that is. Yeah, so here we are on the Doncast. It's the Whopper program. As we look at the second half.
They shut down the one in our town. The Burger King's
Really?
gone now. Or they're going to or something.
Oh, man. That's a drag.
That place sucks.
We didn't think so 10 years ago. I mean, at least we made. I think the song was a Whopper, and we just decided
I didn't
we'd
eat
use.
Burger King 10 years ago.
Yeah, I didn't. I don't think I did either.
If you're going for that level of fast food, you get like two choices. You got McDonald's or you got Wendy's.
Nobody's ever written notes like that in honor of fast food.
Those are great notes. They knew it. We knew it.
You're telling me there's another McDonald's theme song tease in that song? In the recording we just heard?
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay. It's just one moment on the bass?
No, it happens. No, it does happen a couple times, but it was supposed to be like a tongue-in-cheek. So you can't put your tongue in your cheek for like an hour and have it be funny. So
it made for a good introductory moment here on the Doncast as we're talking about what we were doing in like 2010 and 11. We're going to do the second half of our album called Your Favorite Songs.
Low these many years ago.
But we're going to get actually, so Your Favorite Songs was a collection of originals. A collection of covers, except for only a handful of originals. The Whopper song never made it on an album.
Covers except for the originals. That's correct.
Would you like an original? Wait do you hear this?
Yeah, hit me up, man. Let's go for one.
This is a song about songs.
Who doesn't like that? Songs? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? 'Cause I'm seeing Europeans on the shores of land. They come in a band. It's you too. They're coming for you. Bono's gonna eat your brain. Ginger Baker, Eric Clapton, and Mick Jagger, Manfred Mann, and the Dave Clark Five. Wayne Fontana, you know he's still alive.
Is Wayne Fontana still alive?
He was then.
I don't know if he is now. What is this song about? Bono's gonna eat your brain.
You're a little quiet.
What is this song about? Bono's gonna eat your brain?
How did you get so quiet?
Hey.
I don't know. Something got weird.
Am I quiet?
No, it's good.
I should be overmodulated now.
Yeah, I don't know. It just got quiet on this end. I'm sure it's Zoom.
So this song is a tribute to many different songwriters. Ginger Baker,
Eric Clapton, and The Who,
who we recently lost. Mick Jagger, the Dave Clark Five.
Wayne Fontana. At the time of this recording, he was still alive. I know we checked that.
Okay. Because we wanted lyrical accuracy. After saying Bono's going to eat your brain.
Well, I mean, that's probably true.
The Hammond chord organ reiterate feature is used extensively. If you're wondering why the notes are pinging at you in a way, here we go. Here's some more of the original Yellow Mellow.
Keep me away from the Joshua tree. Bono's tasty UT songs. The British invasion was quite a sensation. You can thank Dick Clark for getting all those people here. Europeans, that includes Donovan and The Edge. The original Yellow Mellow.
Boy, that's amazing. That's just,
I don't know what that means. I know that we did want to give reverential treatment to American Bandstand.
right, which is really funny in that Dick Clark, we can thank Dick Clark for getting all those people here.
Well, in a way, you can. I mean, they don't. If it wouldn't have been the British invasion if they just stayed in their own country. I think everyone can agree on that.
The music is not representational of any of what we were talking about. It's just a very, very slow, very hissy situation.
No, here's a very. Here's a canvas from. Sure, yeah.
I mean, the Hammond chord organ is a lot of fun. But
I actually think it's a pretty good backdrop for the lyrics.
Yeah.
Because the lyrics are good and they tell a little bit of a story. It's like all shout outs, which is kind of funny. It's sort of like a rap song in that way. It's all shout outs. Man for Man, Dave Clark 5, Wayne Fontana. I mean, but it's like suitable. If there was too much going on with the band, you couldn't get all that across, and it seemed very important.
It's a good example of you and I saying we're going to do this in one night. That's a track that didn't get overdubs, it didn't get polished. It definitely reminds me of a time and a place. Now, it's funny because we did a Steely Dan album, and then we were choosing cover songs to do, and we went far and wide. And there's like this Motown groovy kind of feeling that we always get whenever, not always, but it has shown up frequently. Are you ready for another? This is the shortest cover on your favorite songs.
Okay, I'm ready.
Here we go.
I don't know what it is. I read the notes, but not really very well.
Sugar pie, honey bunch. You know that I love you. I can't help myself. I love you and nobody else. Sugar pie, honey bunch. Sugar pie, honey bunch. Because a man should be. Can't help myself. I'm a fool in love with you, see. When I call your name, girl, it starts to flame, burning in my heart, tearing all apart. No myself. Sugar pie, honey bun. Sugar pie. You know I love you. I love you. I can't help myself. I love you and nobody else.
Can we just talk about it for a second here? Because
Yeah, let's talk.
that's
Yep.
intense.
It's great.
That's really quite a track, man. Sugar Pie Honey Bunch, classic Motown tune. You're playing the drums.
Classic rock tune as well. I would say that's a tune that kind of flirts, between the lines of old school rock and roll and maybe Motown.
Yep. And
Not the way we did it, but
no, and it's got the cool drum beat to it, and there's some sort of synthesizer or effect that it has a beep in it, trying to disable its use. And we didn't care, and we just went ahead with it. It's quite a creative choice by now, for sure.
Sure, it sounds great.
And the background vocals, I think that was something we really wanted to do.
Those actually, we've tried to do that so many times, and we have done it successfully. But this one turned out more successful because it sounded, well, for this track, because it ended up being like, it sounded like it could have been what horn parts should have been.
Right.
They were arranged good. It wasn't just background vocals. Like they had punch where they needed to be and faded back when they needed to be and came out when they needed to be.
Right.
That's what a horn section should do. And we were able to do that, I think, on this, which is the original one doesn't have quite it's not written quite that way for the background vocals. It's funny.
And there's someone out there listening saying, but wait, they can do horn parts. I heard them talk about television.
Right, yeah, you play the trumpet, don't you?
Many episodes ago. It's funny, again, we wanted to do this podcast because we did a lot of work on this stuff. And some of it, we really put a lot of hard work into. The early...
I think.
Well, some of it more than others. The original Yellow Mellow did not get any more attention.
Got a lot of writing work, though.
It did.
That's a lot of good rhymes.
But it was still just like a one night, one shot.
Yeah.
Whereas the Steely Dan album, if you will, right?
Well, I'm just saying I think the energy level throughout beginning to end is probably the same either way.
Right.
Some of them come out all at once and some of them take a little longer. But
by this point, we knew that horn parts were not ours to play. The best we could do is shout. Here we go.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's another famous speed up moment.
That gets better.
Just like the original.
I love that right at the point where you're like, no one could play that. It just stops.
Exactly. Yeah. Just outside of understanding.
You just imagine the sweat rolling off the piano player and like, we got to end this. No, that's great.
The same drummer as the Whopper song. So
for what it's worth.
All right, so the next track on every album, Jacob does one by himself. I do one by myself. My solo contribution is missing from your favorite songs on the Don Loans Project YouTube. It's a cover of a Tom Waits tune.
Well, why the hell isn't it in there?
I don't know. Also, I believe to have been missing or there were some tracks on the Your Favorite Songs compilation. One was called Murph.
How do these? Oh, that's right, Murph. How do these things go missing though? They're not like fucking.
They never got there. Okay, they never got there, and I'm not sure if I was working off an old edition.
Right? Who knows?
Who knows? But I know Murph is not there, and my solo track wasn't there.
Murph and the Magic.
And your solo track was not there. And this is one of the nicest things I've ever heard done.
Wait, what is this?
And it was missing until recently.
What is it?
It's a track that you and your wife did.
I wonder.
It's going to come on here in a minute. Cue it up, Steve. Hold on.
We got this guy wiring. We got to hire him.
Oh, you're going to love this. You did this all yourself.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
She don't like her eggs all runny. She thinks crossing her legs is funny. She looks down her nose at money, gets it on like the Easter bunny. She's my baby, I'm her honey, never gonna let her go.
He got laid in a month of Sundays. I caught him once, he was sniffing my undies. He ain't too sharp, but he gets things done. Drinks his beer like it's oxygen. He's my baby, and I'm his honey. Never gonna let him go.
In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. We're gonna spite our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. She thinks all my jokes are corny. Convict movies make her horny. She likes ketchup on her scrambled eggs. Swears like a sailor when she shaves her legs. She takes a licking, but keeps on ticking. Never gonna let her go.
He's got more balls than a big brass monkey. He's a whacked out weirdo and a love bug junkie. Sly as a fox and crazy as a loon. Payday comes, he's howling at the moon. But he's my baby, I don't mean maybe. Never gonna let him go.
In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. We're gonna spite our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes.
Hey, it's an organ.
Hey, it's the organ solo. It's not a solo, it's just a melody.
What melody? Tell us about that instrument.
It's
Oh, you're almost out of time.
P-series handling. Here we go. Oh, now it's guitar.
Tell us about this guitar.
Oh, it's an acoustic guitar. Playing virulently.
In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. We're gonna spite our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. And we're gonna wanna spite our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes.
Oh man, I can hear. I think that was the first recording where I heard the natural reverb of your studio, and man, that just really struck me. I could hear the room that Leslie speaker was sitting in. Cool.
So I hate to break the news to you.
That was a Hammond. That's got to be the Hammond.
It was, but it wasn't the one you're thinking of.
Which Hammond was that?
The T series.
That's a T. I got a T.
Yep.
I put them next to each other, so I have a T. I have a trademark. I have a TM console.
TMCV.
TMCV. BC. BCTM.
TMTCV.
This is how I will lose my mind. Is you will find me curled up just saying. So wait, you had a Hammond T.
TMTCV. BCTMTCV. Yeah.
31H.
31. 45. 145. 45. 145. Yeah.
251. So wait, you had a Hammond T series spinet.
Yeah, when I did stuff in Mendon, I had a T. And it came here for a while, and I had it here for a while, and that was, remember when I chopped it?
Yeah.
So I had bought the other organ, and then I decided to make this one into a speaker cabinet.
Wait, the speaker cabinet you built was built out of a Hammond T?
It's built out of a T100.
Wow.
And then I saved all the guts, because the tone generator is the same. It's missing a few wheels between the console. It doesn't do all the octaves, but it's essentially the same thing. So it'll fit into an M. It'll fit into some A series. But yeah, so I just stripped it and sold all the guts and kept all the amplification, including that internal rotary speaker, which was like a styrofoam molded speaker.
Rotosonic.
And that became a speaker cabinet with switching and weird inputs.
Yeah, that thing was great.
I sold that on Craigslist to a dude in Vermont who may or may not still be using it.
Right.
But he did gig with it for a while.
Yeah.
Which is really weird.
a Rotosonic traveling Leslie. I would rally strongly for those.
But I built it out of the organ, so like I pulled all the guts out on the floor of the living room, and then just like traced wires and cut them. So the speaker cabinet itself was as wide as the organ ever was, because I didn't want to like replace the cabinet.
Right, but it was cool for like pedals or a keyboard.
We cut shit off the cabinet like to make it fit back on the cabinet. Like the music stand became part of the bench.
Oh yeah.
It was pretty crazy.
Wow, so that's not the big Hammond CV that you got. That's a Hammond spinet.
Transistor.
Oh, they sound so good anyway.
Well, not only just a spinet, but it's a transistor spinet.
Right.
So no tubes, solid state.
Right, which I would rally strongly for. Did you see that message I sent you about a possible Hammond with the 96 tone wheels, not the 91?
Yeah, and that's an odd duck. That one is an odd duck.
Yeah,
not a bad one.
A whole episode on the Hammond organ. But for right now, your favorite songs continues, Murph.
We got off track. Where are we off to next?
Murph. What was the track called, Murph? Hey, wait, do you want to say anything about John Prine? That might be.
Tu verai, quando. I think that's how it starts. It's a sample from the Blues Brothers movie where they come to meet Murph and the Magic Tones.
Right. And he switches on a reel-to-reel after playing.
I don't know why that doesn't appear, but I remember.
How do you feel about your John Prine cover? That was pretty cool.
How do I feel about it? I mean, reverential, I guess. Not really to me, but to John Prine.
I mean, that song has gotten a lot of attention since you did your version in 2010. You and Anna.
Well, certainly not because of our efforts, but
no. But I'm saying it's a coverable song. I think you guys do a good job.
I think it's just a great song. It's got the right kind of songwriting that you could do it in a lot of different veins and still make it sound good because the lyrics are so engaging.
Yep.
And it's got, very simple chord structure, which if you want to entertain a lot of people, it doesn't matter how you play it.
Right.
You can make it a reggae tune, you can make it a country tune, you can make it a bluegrass tune, it could be rock, whatever. Like as long as those lyrics come through.
John Prine had that. He was just able to write a good song. Solid songwriter. You know who else was a solid songwriter?
Who's that?
Phil Lynott.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Can I bring you the most popular song of the evening so far as YouTube popularity?
Which is funny because it was a chart topper in its day.
And a chart topper it remains. Here is our epic cover.
They call it a topper?
Thin Lizzy.
Double chart topper?
Guess who just got back today? Them wild-eyed boys that had been away haven't changed, hadn't much to say. But man, I still think them cats are crazy. They were asking if you were around, how you was, where you could be found. I told them you were living downtown, driving all the old men crazy. The boys are back in town. 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 The boys are back in town.
How are you feeling about this?
Not great.
It's note for note. I mean, it's not
great.
It's all there. It's very slow. That's why it takes so long to get through it.
I don't know. This one's a tough one.
Here's some more words.
You used to dance a lot. Every night she'd be on the floor shaking what she got. Man, when I tell you she was cool, she was red hot. I mean, she was steaming. And at that time, over at Johnny's place.
What'd you say?
Fucking famous.
I don't know who I think I am. I'm trying to sound like Bruce Springsteen or something.
We both sound haggard.
Yeah, it was a rough night.
The boys are back in town. The old Captain Christ boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. Because they're all back in town. Because they're all back in town. The boys are back in town. Because they're all back in town.
I like that it's one of those lyrics that everybody, they sort of know the lyrics of the song.
Right.
And they could sing along with it, but yet, guess what?
You can't. Now, the bridge is the best thing on the entire album.
No.
Yes. The bridge to this song. Get ready.
I'm ready.
I think it happens. Here you go. It's like a Brian Wilson moment. Isn't that great?
It's a nightmare.
And here comes the chorus.
Drink will flow and blood will spill. And if the boys want to fight you, let 'em. That jukebox in the corner blasting out.
I remember we had so many medieval type laughs with drink will flow. The Thin Lizzy song.
That's great.
Boys. Oh, man. I think it ends quickly here, right here. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I think if we had just stuck with like maybe the bridge into the end, like
Right.
that would have been fine.
We didn't need to. The guitar riff is a
The
good
whole
few
like
minutes.
the whole starting off with like, you know, boom 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 boom. It's like didn't work out for us.
Well, you know what?
You know, it's a good. It's actually not the worst song. Boy, it has terrible content. No, I mean, if you think about the lyrics, like what the fuck's going on here?
Friday night, somebody. Yeah, it is like a 70s macho kind of feeling that.
Oh, it's super machismo, super.
And I think we do it justice, especially when we end up going, I mean, it's like, man, and the bridge.
Glam vocals.
That's the highest note in any song of anything we've ever done. Yeah, is that note.
Highest note of any song.
Try and sing it. Just try.
No way. Absolutely not.
Spread the word.
Absolutely not.
Spread the word around. We were using, were we still using Cool Edit Pro?
I'm sure that we had turned that up 18 notches.
Right. I mean, that's what we did, like by octaves or.
I think it was like a question of octaves, right? So I think that program usually worked in like how many cents do you want to tune or detune something?
Right.
And you could figure out the amount of cents by figuring out how many cents there are between keys, and then it's you know, it's not terribly difficult.
You know, this song.
It was then, but right now.
Right, then it made sense, but you know, this is like just like the Whopper
Now
song.
they have algorithms. There was no algorithm for that then. We had to like figure that out, which is kind of funny from a production standpoint. I think that's interesting.
I think we always had good creative challenges in production.
Well, it's still in key. It's still in key.
Right. Oh yeah.
So,
no one would dispute that.
Spread that word around. You want me to do it? There it is.
It's just like the song Whopper is definitely about a Whopper. We put so much effort in, and it's so nice to ask now, why? Why did we do that?
Why? I think that
Shoes Boys are back in town.
Ask not what your country can do for you.
It
That was
has-
our. I think that was a big. I mean, with the music, we were pretty fucking serious about this. I mean, as silly as it all was, I mean, we were definitely in it for the laughs.
Right. Right.
It was serious laughs.
Right.
So you got to treat serious laughs kind of seriously. You know, I hear comedians talk about this all the time. Stand-ups, they talk about that all the time. You know, if you're going to have something that's seriously funny, you have to have some serious setup behind it. And you know, that may be a thing, because like we weren't always going for a laugh, but it sure always made us laugh.
Exactly. It still does today. There's so many good inside jokes. I can't believe that in the 7-minute Whopper song, I did get to hear that McDonald's tease on the bass.
Just Just for a second.
It's
and it fits right in.
twice as slow as you just sang it, but yes, it was there. We have one more song on this album until we find
Cool,
Murph.wave.
Oh, you found it?
No, I'm saying when we find that, we'll bring it to you, listeners.
All right.
And after this, look forward to the next podcast, because guess what we chose to do after your favorite songs? That's right. More covers.
Yes. Yep.
Because we realized at the end of this album that we hadn't done them all, and we had so many others we wanted to do, and we wanted to pay tribute to, once again, to somebody that had passed away. The next album would be entirely about Sonny Bono. Well, not entirely, but
Well,
there's a
that's
couple. There was a song about him. The album is named. I won't even say. I won't even say. I'll leave it for next time.
no one should actually say it. It's not a nice
No,
thing.
it's a terrible thing to say. So tune in for the next episode to see if we can even talk about our own work.
Right, because the next episode is called "It's a Terrible Thing to Say."
But let's leave it now with one of the greatest songs on the Your Favorite Songs compilation, and that is our cover of the Paul Anka song "My Way."
Oh, good choice for an ending, dude. Good job. This is a great song.
Should we just let it play out? I'm not sure. There's
I'm
much-
gonna mute. I'm gonna mute out.
All right. Hey, thank you all for tuning in to this Doncast, and tune in for the next one. And here's our cover of "My Way." By the way, you can always find our recordings. You can always find our recordings at the Don Loans Project YouTube channel, which is where you are now.
You can
Everything is
also
there.
call us and message us for a CDR, and we will send you one.
Well, limited
At
edition
any time.
CDRs.
If you pay the postage, you can get a random CDR of Don songs. We'll make you a copy. You can get one.
No,
problem.
I will make anybody
You can't
copies.
post it.
I have
You-
so many to get rid of. You can have an original.
That's what I'm saying. You can get anything you want. You want a gold one? You want a Fuji? You want a Adams? They made good CDRs. You know, whatever you want. You get in here. Come on.
Staples.
We can't do this all day.
What you're saying, what I hear you saying is you can have it your way.
Do 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 do.
And now the end is over, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I said it clear. I state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled each and every byway. But more than this, I did it my way. Yes, there were times I'm sure you knew when I bit off more than I could chew.
your way, folks.